Well, now you've forced my hand. I can't have any fun with you, so I guess I have to get rid of you.
What? He inches closer to you. He gently wraps his hands around your neck. You don't move. Well, hey all you cool creatures. I'm Cryptid. Welcome to the Cryptid Plays YouTube channel. And today we are playing Bad Manors. With an O, so manor like a house or a place. But what this game is about is that on Friday the 13th, your plans for a spooky Halloween night are dashed when you show up alone at the escape room reserved by your friend. You consider going home when a handsome stranger offers to accompany you. Maybe the night is saved after all. Or so you thought. This is yet another 6th annual Spooktober visual novel jam submission. So this should be fun. Let's look at the warnings. There are some spoilers, but the content warnings include blood, violence, sharp objects, possessiveness, confined spaces, unreality, abusive themes, mentions of suicide, and artistic nudity, which I may censor depending on what it shows, just so YouTube doesn't get mad at me. But with that out of the way, let's get started. Oh, enter your name. Moth. Turn that down a wee bit. Nice song though. It's scary, isn't it? The noise of the food court roars in your ears. People travel together in tight packs, swarming wherever there was space. You're sat across from your friend at a table, tucked away from the bustling crowd. In front of you is your meal for the day. Small fries and a water cup discreetly filled with soda. That is not a meal. Your stomach rumbles. Your friend has been talking your ear off, but you only give it half your attention. You focus on settling your stomach first. They've been getting shut down one by one. Emergency exit, heart racers, lock and key, Houdinis. People who went inside had their lives put in danger. We still don't know who's responsible. You chew your food slowly in thought. Those names were familiar, but the meaning escaped you. Well, no point in worrying. This new place is top of the line, so I don't think anything bad will happen. Your friend's expression brightens in excitement. Speaking of, our big day's coming up. Finally, I'm really stoked. You interject here, mid-chew. It's not that big of a deal. Your friend frowns at you. Don't talk with your mouth full, it's gross. They're not wrong. Don't talk with your mouth full, it's gross. Anyway, we've been waiting for this for like weeks now. I can't believe it's finally happening. You're excited too, right? I can't be the only one. This is your thing, after all. You swallow your food as your friend awaits your response. What are we talking about again? What are we talking about again? Your friend huffs impatiently. Come on, quit messing with me. There's only one thing that would put a smile on your face. An escape room. That's right. After all, Halloween is the one holiday I look forward to all year. You and me both. I enjoy puzzles as well, but have never been to an escape room since I can't play them on my own. I'm not exactly one to express myself outwardly, so there aren't many people that would go with me. As you reflect, your friend rambles on. And it's not just any day. It's Friday the 13th. That's the perfect date for our escape room night. They glance down at the cold, limp fries that make up the remains of your lunch. I can tell you've been saving up some cash, by the way, going by your sad excuse for a lunch. Hey, listen, I appreciate that you bought the escape room tickets, but I still gotta buy a costume and everything. A cheap one at last minute, preferably. Yup, it's all right here. 2 tickets for Bad Manors. Title drop. Your friend shoves their phone into your face. Its rose gold tint gleaming under the mall lights. A pink heart charm hangs off the end of it, swinging side by side. That was a gift from you. A mere $2 charm, one at a claw machine. You had suggested a day at an arcade one time. Cheap fun. Why are we so cheap? I mean, I get it when you're like a college student maybe struggling, but still. This time, Friday was their treat. Your friend insisted. So make sure you enjoy yourself. Don't worry about a thing. I really appreciate it. Yup. Yeah. Don't mention it. Really. This is eerie. That's like the silhouette of a ceiling fan, right? But it's still eerie. After lunch, you bid each other a farewell. You're left alone with your thoughts as you head home. Just days away from your big night. Money, check. Comfortable shoes, check. Costume will arrive eventually. I just need a lot of rest. I'm exhausted. You reach home and collapse into bed. Your eyes slowly shut, closed, as your body relaxes into a comfortable position. As you drift into sleep, your final thoughts turn towards today's conversation with your friend. Friday the 13th. You're locked in a dimly lit room. After a few blinks, your eyes begin to adjust to the low light. Enough for you to make out the vast spread of puzzles on the floor surrounding you. Lock boxes, cryptograms, cryptexes, blue boxes, and more. Your hands move dexterously as you quickly solve riddles, number sequences, and coded messages. You are in your element. You're in perfect form. It's all you ever wanted, except you aren't alone. Someone is in the room with you. I assume this is a dream? Who are you? You strain to make out their words. You can't understand. Despite that, it comes and sits beside you and begins effortlessly solving puzzles at a rapid rate. You struggle to keep up, but then, eventually, side by side, you both move in tandem, finding answers as fast as possible. You feel as though you finally met your match. At some point, there's nothing left to solve. The figure then turns to you. It approaches you. You back away. It moves after you, faster than you. Soon its hands are on you, and it has you grabbed by the head. You feel it digging its fingers into your skull. Something is removed from your face. A piece of your flesh is gone. Then another, stripped away from you. You don't react. Instead, you are exposed, skinned. You are taken apart, piece by piece, like a puzzle, being handled and analyzed. You feel its gaze on you, even though you can't make out its eyes. It stares into yours. Analyzed, inspected, investigated. It intrudes and tramples on your boundaries without remorse. You stand there, unable to move or push it away. You can only watch it as it watches you. How do you feel? I'm gonna go with scared. I don't know if any of the answers we've given have anything to do with the endings, but we will find out. You sure about that? You feel that way, really? Or is it that you believe it to be the correct response, that it's the right answer? Playing pretend. Suddenly, the ground disappears beneath your feet, and you start to free fall. But you never hit the ground. Instead, you jolt awake in bed, covered in sweat, confused. You get your bearings and check the time. Red numbers flash back at you. 6:13 a.m. A dream. It's a typical morning. You have a schedule to keep, the same old routine. And so you get up. There's still the rest of the week to go. The days pass without incident. Soon, the big day, as your friend had put it, has arrived. On the night of Friday the 13th, you wait at the designated meeting spot. You stand in front of a store at an empty section of the brightly lit mall. A sign hangs above you as you view it from below. Bad Manors Escape Room. Any minute now. You speak aloud, but there is no one to hear it. The quiet creeps in slowly and weighs heavily on you. The atmosphere is definitely different now than during the day. It's been a few minutes of waiting, but your friend has yet to show up. I mean, I knew by the description this would happen, but still. Where could they be? I can't do this without them. You wait silently before a chime resounds in the air. You check your phone. Notification on Friday the 13th. Game night! The phone continuously chimes as more notifications fill your screen. Uh-oh. Hey, Moth. I'm gonna have to cancel. Something happened to my ride. I got into an accident. But don't worry, I'm fine. Man, that sucks. I know. We've been planning to do this escape room for weeks. I'm really sorry. I got someone to help out, though. I sent him over your way. What? You stare at your phone in shock. Don't worry. His name is Soma, and he was nice enough to show up on such short notice. What? He's actually big into mysteries and puzzles like you. So maybe you'll get along? And he's pretty cute. No way in hell. You start typing out your response, your fingers rushing to tap out the words, screaming in your heart. I am not doing this. Not with a total stranger. Don't send anyone over. I'll just do it myself. But Moth, the escape room needs 2 people to play. Then I'll just go home. Oh, don't do that. I paid for the tickets. We can't let that go to waste. You've been waiting forever to do this, right? I feel bad for letting you down. And besides, Soma is already there. From behind, you hear a voice.
Hey there, hello.
You turn around, still clutching your phone in your hands. There stands a person you've never met before, wearing a very brightly colored vest. Hey, you must be Moth, right? You stare silently at the person before you. Your first words upon seeing this stranger is, fuck off. Oh, sorry to bother you. The stranger sadly turns to walk away before you can take back your words. Hey, wait! He stops and looks at you uncertainly. Sorry, you're right. I'm Moth. Listen, there's been a big misunderstanding.
Well, in that case, I'm Soma. It's nice to meet you.
You suck in a breath and sigh. Your friend came through for you, in a way, so you might as well get to know him. You like puzzles? Yeah, I'm kind of really into them. This is probably my 44th escape room. That's an obscene amount. Okay, well, thanks for being here. This is weird for me, but I guess we're doing this together now. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm told you were interested in escape rooms, by the way. Though I guess that's obvious. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. He's feeling just as awkward as I do, huh? Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Sorry, it's cool if you don't want to be here. If you want, we can just part ways, and I'll tell your friend we did go in. Okay, bye. You turn around and leave. That sure is an ending. Whoa, wait. You can't just do that. Don't you feel bad for your friend? You suggested it. He puts his hands together and inhales. Soma gives you an exasperated look. I was just being nice. But if you think about it, if you go home, your friend would have gone through this trouble for nothing. It takes a bit for his words to sink in, but what he says makes sense. Yeah, that's true. You hear him mutter under his breath. You're not really a people person, are you? I guess we can go in then. Great. Let's go. You walk into the venue together. You go into a room with a seating area and some plants. A few Halloween decorations hang on the walls. Behind the front desk sits a girl with a bored expression on her face, wearing headphones. You walk up and wave for her attention. The receptionist looks at you with no smile or light in her eyes. The side effect of working a customer-facing job. Hello, welcome to Bad Manors. Hi, 2 people? Yeah, I can see that. Okay. You stand there for a moment before Soma comes to your rescue. Nice night, isn't it? Could you let us in, please? The girl scoffs before waving her hand dismissively. Yeah, show me your tickets. Sure, I got 'em. He pulls out a phone and shows her the screen. She looks it over before tapping away at her own touch screen. A machine completes its scan with a beep. Cute phone. Doesn't really match your look, though. It's a 5-minute wait. Also, you'll go in and listen to a recording for instructions. Have a good time, I guess. Thanks. Yeah. He motions you away out of earshot, though it's unnecessary as the girl visibly raises the volume on her headphones. I am so suspicious of him. Did he cause our friend's accident? Like, I feel like he must have. Maybe even texted us through their phone? I don't know. Soma gives you an awkward glance. Must be a rough night. You figure you might as well talk as you wait. Your phone. Is it our friend's phone? My phone? It's pink. Now see, our friend's phone was rose gold, which is a pink color. Yeah, it's rose gold, to be exact. Where did you get it? It was a gift. It's just familiar. Gee, I wonder why. It's a pretty popular color. With all the green you're wearing, it reminds me of a watermelon. Not really in season. That's really mean. Alright, how do you know? How do you know each other anyway? Who? The girl at the front desk? My friend, the one who told you to come. Oh, I just know him from the club. Club? The Mystery Games Club. People from the area join up and meet up from there. They posted in the group chat asking for help, so I came to their rescue. That's it? You were okay with doing this for a random stranger? I feel like we must have a stalker and it's him? With me, another stranger. It's not as odd as it sounds. It's pretty common to do escape rooms with strangers. You get to do instructions, learn everyone's names, then get to solving. It's great for meeting people. Not really my thing. It's your first time, isn't it? Don't worry. You raise an eyebrow at him. You'll warm up to it eventually. Before long, you hear a ding, and a green light goes off above a door. That's our cue. He's grinning like a child about to go into a candy shop. You look at the door, feeling like this has been long awaited.
Okay.
After you, he gives a mock bow and extends his hand to let you go first. You pay him no mind and enter through the door. You walk until you reach the very middle of the next room. The door closes behind you and Soma. You look around, trying to find what could reveal the first clue. You're getting a little ahead of yourself. You have to listen to the instructions first. Right as he says that, you both hear a recording play from an intercom. A friendly, computerized voice greets you. Hello, welcome to Bad Manors, where the residence holds an unspeakable evil, and puzzle-solving skills are key to your freedom. This manor belongs to the recently widowed Edward Austin. He longs to see his dearly departed wife, Lady Lenore, once again. However, it seems the manor for this tragic couple holds secrets in its dark corners. You have 60 minutes to make your escape. Use your time wisely and good luck. How scary. Do you like this kind of thing? It's a pretty basic storyline. Let's get started already. Okay, what shall we work on first? Ooh, we can click stuff. A bird cage. Nothing's inside. It seems pretty simple. It probably needs a bird. A lovely woman holding a cute bird. There's that empty bird cage over there. You both look at the fireplace mantle where a cage sits on top of. That must be where it belongs, don't you think? It is the only thing we can see that is related to a bird. Soma takes the bird from the statue and places it into the cage. He closes the door behind it.
Okay.
It's important to keep your belongings in a safe place. I'm sure that bird feels differently. Oh, why do you think that? Animals shouldn't be caged. Animals, huh? You like them? More than people. Though anyone could relate to a caged bird, you just have to think about it. How logical of you. So you normally can't relate to people? People aren't very logical. How interesting. I can agree with you on that. After a moment, a lighter emerges from the hand of the statue. You take it and flick it on, just to see if it works. What a risk to have in such a small room. Be careful with that, moth. I wonder what this is used for. You got the lighter. What's behind this curtain? As he moves the fabric, you both lay eyes on a framed painting. It seems to have been cut into pieces and jumbled. Mine! Solving it. Whoa, okay. Alright, this is a sliding puzzle. Damn, a lot of work has been put into this visual novel. I was gonna say, where's her face? That's odd. There's a piece missing. Really? It should have a face. I guess we have to search for it. It's impressive that you managed to solve that with the center missing. The portrait is so empty without it. A missing puzzle piece. It should be in this room. Nothing here or in the drawers. On the table lies a box with a keypad, requiring a code to open. A code break puzzle. The answer must be hiding somewhere in this room, huh? Obviously. What if the code is 12345? It'd never be something that simple. You don't think? Tell Soma to try it. You motion for Soma to try the code. Well, now that you've said it, you have to enter in that half-assed code. Seriously. Soma enters the code. See? How, how embarrassing. Okay, so many books. There's probably a clue here. Help me look for it. Yes, chef. You have the choice between searching the top half or the bottom half. Except, Soma is already crouched on the floor. Excuse me? Oh, don't mind me, just searching for our clue. You're taking up a lot of space. Really? Yes, it would be bad if I tripped on you and ended up on the floor. Why do I feel like he might like that? Then we'd both be down here. Yes, that would be awful. Oh, it wouldn't be so bad. Would you look at that? I found a clue. That was fast. You pull out a scrap of paper with a single word on it. Some letters have been scratched out. Someone tampered with this. Really, is that not part of the game? Hard to say, but it's definitely scratched out by human hands. Well, I mean, humans made the game too. You got the note. It's a fireplace. There's no fire, but there is a panel that looks like it could be removed. There are screws keeping the panel in place. We need to find a tool. You want to take a break, Moth? No, let's keep looking around. Sure, the clue from the shelf is relevant here. M-A blank blank R. A letter to a number. So the code we input should be... Let's see... I'm even stupider than you'd expect. Alright, so M. There we go! Oh my god. Okay, so it had the, basically it had like almost phone numbers for when you used to text. My god, that took me way longer to solve than you would expect. It's Manor, of course. You just guessed it. It's a little obvious, though if the code wasn't meant to be scratched out, this would be even easier. If it were up to me, I wouldn't just have puzzles you could just guess the answer to. I'm sure when you have your own escape room, one day, you can make it in your own image. It would be nice to have someone I could enjoy that with. Though there's no reason to think about the future when I could be thinking about now. I'm gonna open the box. Inside the box is a puzzle piece with a woman's face on it. The lockbox had the piece. Now the slide puzzle is complete. Now we should get a tool. It must be Lady Lenore's portrait, I wonder. Let's move on. You got a cropped portrait. So what does it look like? You take the piece from the box, and to fix it onto the portrait, there's wounds on her head and neck. Yup. Yup. Looks like foul play. But she was loved, I thought. Her husband? It's a way of showing his love. How dark. Let's move on. What's wrong? This doesn't interest me. We're wasting time talking about it. He shrugs. You're the boss. You got a screwdriver. Alright, it's a fireplace. The panel's still screwed tight. We have a screwdriver. Time to get to work. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You unscrew the panel and it falls to the floor with a thud. Behind is a vent that is big enough for a person to fit in. This vent reminds me of something. You know, that game. What? Never mind. Been a while since I played that with my friend. Shall we go in? Yeah, we're done here. Time's ticking. You knelt down to look inside the vent. Do you go in? Wait. Let's not. Just yet. Huh? Okay. Alright, now we can go in. Me first. I'm right behind you. No, maybe you first. You both enter the vent and leave the room, going beyond the red lights and heading into the dark. You crawl forward into the vent, feeling cramped and slowed because of how dark it is. It will take a moment for your eyes to adjust. We should use our phones to light the way forward. Oh, good idea. You take out your phone, but notice the top of the screen. Its battery was low. The flashlight would drain it further. Do you mind if we use your phone? Mine is almost out of power. Well, you are the one in front. I would have to hand it over to you. Did you plan it that way? Huh? What do you mean? Surely you know. You suspected me back in the waiting room, didn't you? Oh no! I did. Oh yes, I did. You've been suspicious this whole time, but I didn't have any solid proof. I just know that the phone you have isn't yours. Good. You picked up on it. Since you got the answer, I guess I'll reward you. You hear a rustling in the vent. He fishes something out from his pockets and shows it to you. Even in the dark, you can tell it's a small object. Something hanging from a short chain. From that, you know it must be some kind of charm. You don't say a word. Instead, you raise up your phone to shed a light on it. In your mind, you already know what it is. It was a mere matter of confirming it. The light shines. A pink heart hanging from a jeweled chain. The phone charm that belongs to your friend. Soma smiles at you under your phone light. His expression held more meaning than it ever did before. See, there's the proof. The phone I have doesn't belong to me. In fact, you know the owner, don't you? Why do you have that? I wonder, your friend who promised to meet you didn't show up. Instead, I took their place. The texts, you wrote them? Guilty as charged. My friend, what did you do with them? I've told you many lies, but some of them were true. The car accident, for one. You! Oh, don't give me that. You don't actually care about your friend, do you? ... See, that's who you are. You can't feel anything special for anyone else. You're right. It doesn't change anything. Nothing he has said makes sense. You need answers. You decide to ask the biggest question on your mind. Why are you doing this? Are you the one who's been messing with all the escape rooms? Bingo! Yeah, that was me. At first, they were harmless pranks. Then I escalated it. I let them think their lives were in danger. I could tell they all act like they're so good and righteous. But I showed them. Do you know how awful people become when their lives are on the line? In the end, they're really not any better than I am. But you just don't bite, no matter what I do.
Well, now you've forced my hand. I can't have any fun with you, so I guess I have to get rid of you.
What? He inches closer to you. He gently wraps his hands around your neck. You don't move. This vent is perfect for doing it. No cameras for one, and I have you cornered. He's so close. His breath tickles your ear. You feel his thumb on your throat, gently caressing it. You would be my first. I've never gone this far with anyone before. Can you shut the hell up? You'll kill me? I'm cornered? We're both in this vent. You're in the same boat I am, except... You knew that he'd sense any resistance you make, so you didn't dare move, in a way that was obvious. In the time he was talking, you had gripped the screwdriver in your hand. Go play your own stupid games. I don't want any part of it. You strike him with the screwdriver. You scramble away, your eyes fully adjusted to the dark now. From behind, you hear Soma tumble back. From the force of your attack, you turn the corner and reach the end of the tunnel, seeing a light in the next room. Get back here! He roars at you, but you don't relent. You crawl out of the space you were crouched in and stand up. Next to you, there's a large machine against the wall. You hear the sound of something approaching in the vent. So you move. You slam against the machine, pushing against it. It moves, slowly, but surely. You block the vents opening with it. Panting, you slide down to the floor. The adrenaline allowed you to act fast. But now, time seemed to slow. You take in your surroundings. This is the next room. The exit. I have to escape. I should call for help, but it's so dark in here. I should try to see if there's a light switch somewhere. Your phone notifies you of its low battery. You could call for help with it, but time was of the essence. There's no one you could call that would immediately come to your rescue. Getting out of this room was your best option. You feel around the wall until you happen against a metal panel on the wall. Circuit breaker? Upon further inspection, you feel a lot of wires hanging loose from inside the breaker. Of course. I'm lost in the dark if I can't fix this. Should try and match the switches. Ooh! You hear whirring from around you. Soon after, a green light starts to fill your vision. Well, this is better than nothing. You look around the room. Now you had to seek a way out. Time to do what I do best. Summoning circle? For what? With the coffin here and all the gravestones, I wonder. The inscription on the headstones are as follows. Thea Westboro, the jewel of her family. Esther Mary, her written word was poetry. Okay, so Thea and Esther. An arch. Nancy Klaus, a precious promise kept us bound together. Lenore. This would be a good hiding spot. Yeah. I wonder what it has to do with the room. You open the casket and find 4 items. A figurine of a bird, a rope tied into a noose, a feather pen, and a red gemstone. I guess this is what all escape rooms are like. Just random-ass objects that you can't immediately discern a meaning from yet. I can. I'll keep these for now. You got the items from the coffin. Good thing this was here. Alright. With the coffin here and all the gravestones, I wonder. So Thea, Esther Mary. So they'd be the 4 things. You stand in front of the door that leads outside. This is probably locked, but can't hurt to try. Look for it. Bang on the door and scream for help. You try banging on the door and yell as loudly as you can. That receptionist should still be here with her headphones on. But she was wearing headphones. Ugh, I shouldn't have bothered. A sheet of paper. I can't read it. No, actually it's blank. There's a shattered flashlight next to the paper. You inspect it. Did I do that? It couldn't have broken when I shoved that machine just now. Something like that next to a blank piece of paper? That must be a clue. You try holding your lighter up to the blank sheet. You see words appear where the flame licks the paper. Okay. 13th of October, 1852. I'm running out of time. Borrowed time. The payment is due tonight, yet Lenore has escaped me. My pet has left her cage and flown south to find warmth from winter. I'd everything ready, only to find her lifeless body swinging by a noose tied around the chandelier above. Does she have any idea what she has done to me? For her to think she could leave me, she is sorely mistaken. Not even death can keep her from this fate. This entry I write may be my last, but there is still a chance. What Lenore left behind, that precious possession of hers, may be enough to fulfill my debt. This will not be my last entry. I refuse to let it end here. I've lived for centuries, and I will not let this damned woman keep me from living another century more. The heat is making the letters appear in visible ink. So that broken flashlight must actually be a UV light, but who? It dawns on you that someone has sabotaged the puzzles in this room, just like in the first room. That guy, he was one step ahead of me. You squint your eyes at the note, trying to remember the story from the previous room. So Lady Lenore is dead. That must be what the coffin is about. And the strange circle on the floor, I guess some kind of magic to extend her husband's life. You read one more line at the bottom of the note. Remember your wives. That is how the ritual will be performed. There are 4 points on the circle. They must be the placements for the ritual. Remember the wives. Walk to the north end and decide to place down. After placing down the items, you wait for a moment. Nothing happens. They must be in the wrong order. Step away. Taya Westboro is the jewel, okay. Esther Mary, so east, is poetry, so she's the quill. Nancy, be north, Lenore south. Gemstone, east. Feather pen, north. There we go. Suddenly you hear a sound from the center of the room. In the darkness, your ears pick up on the sound of a squeaky hinge, a tiny door opening. A panel in the middle of the circle. I guess this is what I summoned. You kneel down and pick up a tiny key. This must unlock the exit door. Got a key. You insert the key into the exit door's lock and try to turn it, but to your surprise, it's not working. I can't open the door. Could the lock be broken or the key itself? That asshole, he must have tampered with them. You think for a moment if one solution didn't work, there was always another. Hitting a dead end with puzzles goes without saying, but there's always a different angle, some other way to go about it. The door doesn't actually look that secure. I guess the one time that this thing has any worth is now. You reach into your pocket, take out your wallet, and pull out a single credit card. There was no reason to carry it around. It wouldn't pay for anything, yet you knew a way it could help you at this moment. Let's put this to work. I can try to pick the lock. That's it. The door's open. You push through the door that previously impeded your escape before. Stepping out into a hallway, you see that this is the exit to the mall. Empty. There was no one around. It seems calling for help would have reached no one. You breathe in the cool air. Everything is okay. After solving that amount of puzzles, you feel like the night might not be so bad after all.
Hello?
Having fun? The night's still young, you know. You weren't typically one to get chills, but you flinch. A sharp feeling runs down your spine. You whip around to see him right there. waiting at the exit for you. Hey there, don't think I forgot about you and the little gift you left me. You see the screwdriver still stuck in him, right in his side. He hasn't pulled it out. His shirt and vest were stained with blood. I'm surprised you had it in you. Actually, no, I should have expected it. You don't even feel bad about it, do you? When you saw me, I didn't see the slightest hint of regret on your face. Hold on, let me move this over. I won't regret this either. When I'm done with you, I'll be able to walk away with a clear conscience. I have to get away from him. But where? Which way? Soma doesn't even give you time to think before he rushes you. You dodge to the side and run back inside the escape room. Where do you think you're going? That's exactly where I want you, cornered, all to myself. You slam the door behind you. The doorknob shakes as Soma yells at you from the other side. Come on, our game has only just started. Now the real fun begins. You back away from the door. He could probably get through in a matter of minutes. I need to hide. Fuck. I assume, yeah. You rush towards the coffin. Opening the cover, you fit yourself inside and close it upon yourself. I'm coming in. You hear the doorknob turn and the door creaks open. Through the cracks of the coffin, you see that Soma stands in the doorway with the same smile he's always had. Well, 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 now we truly are cat and mouse. You must want me to hunt you down and eat you. Meow. Inside the coffin, you cringe. You watch Soma search the room, checking behind the props and fixtures. You hold your breath as he does. He checks the vent, but it's still blocked. He turns around and you flinch when his eyes meet yours. He smiles while approaching the coffin. In one swift motion, he shoves the cover off and reveals your location. Come on, that's such an obvious spot. You should have thought a little harder about it. The light of the room makes Soma's smile look more sinister than usual. He reaches over and grips the handle of the screwdriver, yanking it out of his side with a grunt. There, now it's my turn to screw you over. Ha! Soma smiles at you, bloody screwdriver in hand. He plunges it into your neck. The pain is immediate. It's excruciating. You let out a blood-curdling scream. His laughter rings in your ears as your vision fades. The last thing you feel is the cut of his scrutinizing gaze, dissecting you. Try again? Sure. That's it, the door's open. You rush towards gravestones and duck behind them, watching the door. You hear the sound of a key being inserted and watch as the doorknob turns. I'm coming in. The door slowly opens, hiding you from view. You hear Soma's footsteps as he walks into the room. Where could you be? I guess our game of cat and mouse has truly begun. Screwdriver still embedded in his side. His steps are unsteady as he stumbles towards the middle of the room, Stopping at the center of the ritual circle, you slowly approach him from behind, hand extending toward the handle of the screwdriver. You quickly yank it out. It makes a horrific squelch as it tears out of his skin. Ah! Soma doubles over in pain, clutching his side. You grab the collar of his shirt and force him to look you in the eyes. You should have given up on me. Now it's too late. You stab Soma in the side of the neck with the screwdriver. He gasps and chokes before falling to the ground. He struggles to speak as blood fills his throat. You watch coldly as his chest heaves with each stuttering breath. Soma clutches his neck with one hand and looks at you, grimacing in pain. Then he smiles. Finally, you've shown your true self. I knew all along. You don't say a word, just watching Soma as his strength fades. He still looks at you with a smile. There was no hatred in his eyes. In the end, you didn't prove him wrong. It's just the two of you in this room, one watching the other fade away. This night was your night. Though there were some ups and downs, you still enjoyed yourself. Nothing could ruin this for you. Satisfied, you walk away from it all. The room, the game, and Soma himself. Bad end. Okay, now let's get the good end. I have to be nice, so I'm gonna have to go through a lot of dialogue, but luckily I can skip through things we've already been through. First things first, with our friend. Your friend's expression brightens in excitement. Speaking of, our big day's coming up. Finally, I'm really stoked. You interject here mid-chew. It's not that big of a deal. Your friend frowns at you. Don't talk with your mouth full, it's gross. Alright. You're excited too, right? You swallow your food as your friend awaits your response. Yeah, of course. Thought so. There's nothing like a spooky escape room to get you in the Halloween spirit. That's right, after all, Halloween is the one holiday I look forward to all year. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead. So make sure you enjoy yourself. Don't worry about a thing. I really appreciate it. Yeah, don't mention it, really. I actually got that answer before, but I got so many bad ones it didn't matter. Alright, skip. Set. You sure about that? You feel that way, really? Or is it that you believe that to be the correct response? I feel like the dream doesn't matter. Alright. Your first words upon seeing this stranger is pretty cute. Thanks. Despite the sudden compliment, he seems to appreciate that. You shake your head quickly, trying to get your thoughts in order. Sorry, you're right. I'm Moth. Listen, there's been a big misunderstanding.
Well, in that case, I'm Soma. It's nice to meet you.
You suck in a breath and sigh. Your friend came through for you in a way, so you might as well get to know him. You like puzzles? Compliment his costume. I like your costume, by the way. Thanks, got lazy with it. Found it in a closet. You know, I wonder if he's named after Soma Cruz. Now that I think about it. I guess you decided to dress up as yourself? My costume didn't arrive on time. Oh. No worries, since we're paired up, you can be the pedestrian that I help across the street. I'll even jump in front of any cars that are about to hit you. Crossing guards don't really do that. No, for real. They do. They'd do anything for a pedestrian. That's not true, but whatever. They're like firefighters except against heavy traffic. People don't appreciate them enough. Yeah, right. Heavy traffic. You're just going to run into a car going less than 2 miles. Hey, I gotta commit to the bit. And the vest lights up in the dark. It's useful. You'll see when we go in. I'm kind of curious about that. I guess we can go in then. Great, let's go. You walk into the venue together. Alrighty. Yep. This is gonna take me forever to solve again. I'm terrible at these. There we go. It didn't take as long as last time. Okay, there's a piece missing. It's not an object. He kind of shrugs towards the prop bird. You know what I mean. You can't make a living being your possession. What if you were in a cage? Oh, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't let someone get one over me like that. See, you value your freedom. Why else would you put someone else through that? It's love. There we go. You gotta keep close what you hold dear. Sounds suffocating. After a moment, a lighter emerges from the hand of the statue. You take it and flick it on just to see if it works. What a risk to have in such a small room. Alright, we enter that in ourselves. See, I told you. But you still tried it. Were you secretly hoping for an easy way out? Not really. Were you? No way, that'd spoil the fun. I don't understand. About what? If you value something, why would you ever harm it? That doesn't sound like love to me. Have you ever been in love? I can't say I have, but I get it, more or less. You got a screwdriver. Surely you know, you suspected me back in the waiting room, didn't you? I didn't. No, you can't be that dumb. I shouldn't have to spell it out for you. In the darkness, you can only make out Soma's vest. His expression was hidden from you. However, the tone in his voice was loud and clear. It was venomous. Stop playing with me. You're not some hapless victim here. Not like the rest of the little lambs. You're just like me. I really don't know what you're talking about. You hear him sigh, a long exhale, like he's completely and utterly at the end of his patience. Fine, take a look at this then. You hear a rustling. Okay, it's the phone. You don't say a word. It was a mere matter of confirming it. Why do you have that? Oh, don't give me that. You don't actually care about your friend, do you? I care about them. Please, you might think you do, but you really don't. People like us, we don't give a damn if someone else gets hurt, especially if it means we get what we want. And you wanted to do this escape room no matter what. Right? You were the one who decided this. No, I wanted to go home. I didn't want to do this without them. It was you who insisted. That only proves my point. You're smarter than anyone I've met so far. You can't be swayed easily. You're just not as easy to mess with, not as easily manipulated. You're not prey, you're a predator, just like me. I'm nothing like you. Nothing he said makes sense. You need answers. You decide to ask the biggest question on your mind. Why are you doing this? Okay. But you just don't bite no matter what I do.
Well, now you've forced my hand. I can't have any fun with you, so I guess I have to get rid of you.
What? He inches closer to you. Okay. The vent is perfect. No cameras. And I have you cornered. He's so close, his breath tickles your ear. You feel his thumb on your throat, gently caressing it. You would be my first. I've never gone this far with anyone before. Can you shut the hell up? You'll kill me? I'm cornered? We're both in this vent. Okay, so we have the screwdriver. We're gonna stab him. Alright. It moves slowly, but surely you block the vent's opening with it. Panting, you slide down to the floor. Okay. This is the next room. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright. That's it. The door's open. Alright, you push through the door. You breathe in the cool air. Everything is okay. After solving that amount of puzzles, you feel like the night might not be so bad after all.
Hello?
Having fun. The night's still young, you know. You weren't typically one to get chills, but you flinch. A sharp feeling runs down your spine. You whip around to see him right there, waiting at the exit for you. Hey there, don't think I forgot about you, and the little gift you left me. You see the screwdriver still stuck in him. I'm surprised you had it in you. Actually, no, I should have expected it. You don't even feel bad about it, do you? When you saw me, I didn't see the slightest hint of regret on your face. To be fair, you did try to kill us. I won't regret this either. When I'm done with you, I'll be able to walk away with a clear conscience. I have to get away from him, but where? Which way? Okay, he doesn't give us time, so we have to run back into the escape room. Come on, our game has only just started. Now the real fun begins. I need to hide. Well, this should be right. No, okay, so we slowly... He comes in, we slowly approach him from behind, hand extending towards the handle of the screwdriver. Ah! Soma doubles over in pain, clutching his side. You grab the collar of his shirt and force him to look you in the eye. You should have given up on me. Now it's too late. You stab Soma, okay. He struggles. You've shown your true self, I knew all along. You open your mouth, then immediately close it. There was no point in responding to him. In your mind, actions speak louder than words. You pull your phone out of your pocket. The battery is low, but you only need to make a single call. Hello? I need some help. It's an emergency. Someone is hurt. He needs medical assistance. The 911 operator asks for your location and you provide it. Soma's eyes widen. There isn't anything he can do but watch as you call for help. Yes, in his neck. I will apply pressure until you get here. Thank you. From below, you hear a rasping voice. Stop talking to me. After this, I never want to see you again. Before long, you are standing outside the mall, talking to a first responder. Red lights blind your vision as Soma is put on a stretcher and loaded into the ambulance. You get to go home for the night relatively unharmed. At some point, you receive a call. A familiar voice speaks to you from the other end. Hey, oh my God! You're not going to believe what happened to me. Your friend tells you everything. They were calling from the hospital they were staying at. The car accident had them bedridden, but alive. I'll be out and about in a few days. Don't you even worry. That's a relief. I'll see you soon. Finally, your big night ends. The mall is bustling with people and the typical noise. In the time that passed, you finally managed to catch up with your friend. You are both seated and tucked away in your usual corner. That really was something, huh? It sucked so bad, actually. Yeah, I'm sure it did, but you know, it kind of worked out. I'm proud of you. You handled yourself really well. You shake your head at the praise. Thanks, but I'd rather not think of myself as a hero. I think all the people who've heard the story would beg to differ. As you talk, you hand your friend's phone back to them. They look through their texts, Soma's texts, and gag. God, what a loser. I hope we never see that guy again. Yeah, I just want to eat my burger. Time whittles away as you continue to chat and eat. As the days pass, you learn to enjoy your simple life, despite nothing about it changing at all. That night was definitely a night to remember, but you remained yourself in the end. Good end. Before I do the outro, I just want to do the shout out real quick. Thank you so much to my channel members for your support. Not only does it help me, it helps the channel grow, and it keeps the videos coming. I truly appreciate it. Now on to the outro. Wow, that was an intense game. I am bad at puzzles, so that was pretty hard. I struggled with the lockbox because I'm a ding-dong and didn't realize that it was like an old cell phone keypad. So that took me way longer than I would have liked, and I got mad. I wasn't filming, or I cut it out, but yeah, I did get mad. But otherwise, it was a lot of fun. I liked Soma, but he had some twisted ideas about us. That good ending was really nice. I also really enjoyed the bad endings. I like that you could get them basically in the same stretch. That was delightful, and this was really well thought out for a game jam game. Made in a month, I think the creator said, or under. It was really well done. But anyhow, if you made it this far, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did like it, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of me but you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. I upload videos 3 times a week, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye.